What is going on, my Patriots? How y'all guys doing? Welcome to another edition of, you guessed it, Joel Davis Media Network. I'm your host, Joel Davis. If it's your first time tuning into the channel, please do me a favor, stick around. Tell me if you actually enjoy the content that I am providing you. Stick around and definitely tell others about what I have going on here. Now, tonight's segment is a segment we haven't done in a long time. That's our crime news. We usually used to do it at least once or twice out the week. We talk about some of the crimes going on in the U.S. that no one's really talking about or is under the radar. And so tonight we got a jam-packed one. This one is very heartbreaking, coming out of North Carolina. Uh, I'm not going to get into much detail of what is being said or whatever have you. Um, but I am going to uh, provide you with some of the situation that made us arrive here, and there's some other disturbing stories. So if you are the type of person that you do not like to hear any kind of disturbing stories, please do me a favor. You may want to uh, get or skip over some parts of this, or actually, if you have any young ones in the area, you probably would want them to not be around because this is some graphic content not suitable for young children. So, since I made that aware, let's go ahead on and let's dig deep in here and start this story. Again, this is all fair use and everything else. So, again, this is very disturbing. I don't even like to make these type of this type of stories, but yeah, this is crazy. So with that being said, this is fair use, fair use. I'm about to jump into this and share this with you guys. So again, fair use, fair use. So let me get out of this and share this with you. Also, if you're in the room, acknowledge me as well in all the chats. So that way I know you guys are here, okay? That way we can um, keep account of who's coming in and who's not. And also, too, please bless the cash out, man. That would be the best thing y'all can do because that is real money in real time. So please, if you like what I'm doing, bless the cash out. It's always open. So we're gonna go ahead on and jump into this again. This is fair use, and yeah, we're gonna continue.
4-year-old boys. News 13's Gracie Matisse is at the live desk, carefully taking us through the investigation and what we know as of now, Gracie.
Well, that's right, Charles. You said it, the unthinkable. That mom being held without bond this morning at the Cherokee County Detention Center. Now, this is Genevieve Springer's booking photo. That mom wearing a yellow jumpsuit, standing around 5 feet 6 inches tall. So let's take you through a timeline here, a sequence of events according to the Cherokee County Sheriff's Office. Now, on Saturday, deputies say the father of those 4-year-old twin boys showed up at Springer's home in Murphy. The two were separated. He was supposed to pick up the boys at around 10 o'clock that morning, but a horrific discovery. Investigators saying he found those children dead. Now, Springer was.
Now, guys, I'm a parent. I'm a father. Imagine you are going on a Saturday. You probably worked all day long, all week long. you've made these elaborate plans to spend time with your 4-year-old children. Now, 4-year-olds are highly energetic. They want to do ice cream. They want to, meet maybe some of their cousins if you got family nearby in the area, or a play date with some of your friends' kids. Like a 4-year-old is like very much excited to be around everyone. Okay. And you, as a parent, you walk in and you see your children no longer on this earth in the most horrific fashion. I want to commend this man for keeping it together and getting help, because I don't think I would have been able to keep it together. I think there would have been another horrific tale followed by this. And I'm just saying, because I'm very passionate about my family. I'm very passionate about my kids. And the kids don't deserve to get the beef that you got with your husband. If y'all separated and you're upset with him, or you don't like how he's conducting his life now away from you, don't hold the children to it. Like, really? The kids have nothing to do with this. I don't know why a lot of women do this. They always take out their vengefulness on the children. And it's not just women, there's men like this too. Take their vengeance out on the children. It's like the children is the one that really made all of this become the way it is. Children are innocent in this. They didn't ask to be here. They did not ask to be a part of this bullshit. They are innocent in this. So you have no business doing that. Let's continue with the story.
In a hospital in North Georgia. She was released and arrested in Union County, Georgia. That was on Saturday. Now, on the twins' father's last time he saw his sons alive, that was February 26th. Springer is due in court later this week, and we'll have constant updates for you, especially as investigators work to determine a possible motive on WLOS.com and right here on News 13.
All right, I'm back. I'm going to try to find this possible motive that this lady specifically had to harm her children, because to me, this is straight up crazy. I'm about to see if I can look up some things on social media right quick, because social media, they'll tell you why people talk. Okay, I've noticed that on social media, people talk, and when they start talking, boy, I tell you, you find out a lot of information. You be like, wait a minute, I didn't know what. You get really, you really find out some information, and I think in this case here, it is safe to say that there's got to be more to the story, because this woman just didn't just wake up to do this. There's got to be something that triggered this. Um, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's got to be a motive, because you just don't delete uh all of your children for nothing. No, nobody does that. Unless you are a straight psychopath. And this is out of Murphy, North Carolina. Hold on, guys. Give me one more second. I gotta find something. I'm trying to get y'all some research. What we okay, that ain't it. All right, that's not the white person. All right, I'm gonna find out who this lady is because this right here is bad. But let's see what we got here. I'm trying to find any comments. In fact, let me show y'all what I'm doing so y'all get an idea of what we're doing. Hold on for a second, because I want to show you guys and see if I can find anybody saying anything about this lady. Because you know, a lot of times people will go on social media and tell you everything you need to know about a person. They be rat. So let's see what they're saying here. All right, so we got some comments in here. Man, I don't need it filtered out. I want all the comments show, please. Listen, you know, people calling it disgusting. I'm just trying to find out if somebody personally know the family can kind of tell us what this was about. So yeah, a lot of people was upset, which is quite possible. They want her to see her fry, which you know, I understand they wanted to get the maximum penalty. I'm just trying to figure out if anybody know the family. And I don't know why when these women do this, that the media always tries to make them out as mothers. They're not a mother. You don't do that. No mom does do that. Wow. What is he talking about? Wow. Anyway, I thought they said they had recorded of some incident. So basically, he came home to do a custody exchange. He was not with them. So right now, they said that this was so horrible that you got first responders not able to function because of this. They're what's going on, Taylor? They're really disturbed because you gotta remember Murphy, North Carolina. This is a small town. Uh, in fact, Murphy, North Carolina, I want to say is not that far from where's Murphy, North Carolina at? Let me see, because I know it's not near Charlotte. I don't think it is. I think it's really near Winston Salem or something like that. Let me see where it's at. I know it's near Atlanta. I know it's not that far from Atlanta. I do know that. and it's in like an Indian reservation kind of thing. So let's see. Let me look and see the demographics, the geography of this thing. And it's in the southwestern of North Carolina. So it's way west. It's halfway between Atlanta, Georgia, and Knoxville, Tennessee. I thought so. It's in the Blue Ridge Mountains. So basically, it's on the south end of uh, of North Carolina. So if you're going through Atlanta side, you're going to enter right into this part of the country of Murphy, North Carolina. I knew it was had to be near Atlanta. I wanted to make sure before I said that. So yeah, it's right near Atlanta. The nearby communities that's near it, you got a place called Marble, Andrews, North Carolina, Hayesville. These are all little towns. Blairsville, North Carolina. Now that's in Georgia, right there on Blairsville. That's Blairsville, Georgia. Cumberson, North Carolina, which is Cherokee County. Yeah, so it's way up there, way on the southwestern end. Yeah, so that way it's at. It all of that. What I'm talking about, you basically got to go to the southwest. It's on 15 miles from Blairsville, Georgia. So once you hit Blairsville, Georgia, and Blairsville is how far from Atlanta? It's 100 miles from Atlanta. So time when you get to Blairsville, you're 100 miles outside Atlanta, give or take maybe 80. So it's not that far. It's really not. I would say it's like a 2.5 hour ride from where she did this. Yeah, so where she did this was like a 2.5 hour ride, 2 hour ride from Murphy, North Carolina to Atlanta. So it's not that far at all. But it's still a sad case. It really is. It just goes to show you that we living in really bad times, guys, where your children now are not safe, especially with some of these parents, because some of these parents are so psychotic that they got to be right. You know what I'm saying? This woman's 44 years old and thought the answer to the end all be all because of her failed marriage or marriage is about to be failed is to go and delete 2 of her children. And I know why she did it. I guarantee she did it to hurt the man. That's all it is. I'll guarantee you this man either decided to be with someone else or he's ready to be with someone else. And all of a sudden, she decided that, okay, if I can't be with you, I'm just going to go ahead on and delete the children. You know what I'm saying? You could have let the man raise the kids, but they don't do that. They don't think of that. They think that the best thing to do is to delete. That's all they talk about. Again, rest in peace to those kids, man. My heart goes out to that father because now that father has to go up here and bury one of his own. They don't get to bury him. He has to bury them. And that is so disturbing for a father. It really is. All right, guys, we're going to go on to the next story that is crazy. Oh, man, this story here is like stupid crazy. All right, let's go up here. Give me 1 second here. Give me 1 second here. All right. All right, guys. I'm about to go and start this next story. Again, this is fair use, fair use. This coming out of Oregon. I'm sorry, Oregon. I know you got enough fucked up problems as it is, but this is one right here is disturbing. Way disturbing. Let's continue.
My life is essentially being on tour. How do I have tools that can leverage myself where there can be more of me getting stuff cleared in the queue as quickly as possible? We need something that transcends space and time. PDFs.
Now to a disturbing story out of Lake Oswego this morning, where a father is accused of drugging 3 12-year-old girls at his home during his daughter's sleepover. Fox 's Bonnie Silkman is joining us now in studio after looking over court documents. Bonnie, good morning.
Good morning. That's right. A father in Lake Oswego, 57-year-old Michael Maiden, turned himself in this week after being accused of lacing mango smoothies with a drug that's usually used to treat insomnia and panic attacks, and then giving those drinks to 3 12-year-old girls at his daughter's.
You know, guys, this is what creeps me out with a lot of these guys in their 50s. And I'm not saying all men are like that, but why would you do something like that? Not only put someone else's child in danger, but also putting that shame on your daughter, because now she has to go back to school or go back to her social circle and hear people call dad, aka being creepy Larry, because that's creepy. I mean, there's no excuse for that. Why are you doing some sick stuff like that? We know why. And if you didn't do it this time, you was trying to get the nerve to do it. And that tells me right there that that mother, whoever that girl mama is, she needs to get full custody. This guy don't need to be nowhere near any kids at all. He is a sick and twisted individual. I'm just being honest. That's just, oh my God, bro. What is wrong with people? Like, I don't get it. I don't get it, bro. Like, what is wrong with people? These are kids. See, this is why people commit the defensive attacks on these individuals. And then you got the mainstream media and everybody else get upset when this happens and tell everybody, well, you should let the authorities handle it. Well, sometimes that emotion, when it comes to your loved one, is so strong that you don't have time to think like that. And I'm not condoning it. I'm just saying. But let's continue.
Daughter's sleepover. According to court documents, this all happened in August of last year in Maiden's Lake Oswego home. He's accused of putting the drug benzodiazepine into those smoothies. Court documents say the girls reported feeling groggy, some of them even blacking out. The documents also say that Maiden made repeated visits to the basement where the girls were sleeping, watching them sleep, and at one point even holding his finger under one girl's nose and waving his hand in front of her face to see if she was asleep. Now, one of those girls, according to court documents, managed to stay awake. She texted her mother just before 2 a.m. saying, quote, "Mom, please pick me up and say I had a family emergency. I don't feel safe. I might not respond, but please come get me. Please, please pick up. Please." please, please. The documents also say that she then contacted a family friend who picked her up and took her home to wake her parents. And around 3 a.m., 2 of the other parents of the girls went to the house to get them. Documents say Maiden resisted letting those parents inside at first, telling the parents the girls were asleep. Maiden finally let the parents in, and the girls were taken home. All 3 girls.
Man, you is lucky to be alive. I'm serious. Again, the fathers in this situation, I commend you for not committing a felony. God bless you. I'm telling you, y'all, these situations like this, Lord have mercy. I'm telling you, man, it brings anxiety on me because, you know, y'all know my story, what I went through as a child. And if you haven't, you can always look at my archives where I talk about my life story a little bit. It's in a series of about 10 videos. But this right here, it really, really, really brings back chills to me on how someone can be that nonchalant and cool, calm, collect to do that with someone else's children at the age that we're talking about, 12. I mean, it's bad enough any age, but 12 is a very influential age. These girls are going to have trauma. They're not going to be able to trust to spend the night in nobody's house ever again. And I don't blame them. I mean, you're waving your finger under their nose? What? You trying to see if they asleep? Thank God for the young girl that fought that stuff. That was God with her. That was God. It's not because she's got a strong tolerance. It's because God was with her. God was with her. And because of that, God was able to give that young lady the strength to get and reach out to someone. That's one thing I love about cell phones and situations like this here. You can text somebody quietly, hey, I need you to come through and get me. And they respond back, yeah, and you say, I don't feel safe. That's what you're supposed to do. Anytime your child tell you they're somewhere and they don't feel safe and they're especially that young, please go to them. Don't be one of these parents talking about, oh, well, you know, you got the jitters. Yeah, I'm not coming. No, if your child tell you they don't feel safe, you need to get up off your behind and move. Real talk. And the guy having the audacity not to let these parents get their own kids. Listen, me and my wife have hosted sleepovers for my daughters and my son for years. And anytime the parent decided they had to come get their child early, later, or whatever, we never block them not to get their child. We tell them, go and get them. I'm not going to do that. That's your child. That's your responsibility. And that's that. But, wow, that's crazy. That is real, real crazy. Man, I don't know what to say. I mean, I've never seen nothing like this at all, you know, because I'm the type of guy that I'm not going to lie to you. Oh, man. Give me 1 second. Let me do something right quick. Because people saying they starting to see that I'm streaming, so I'm finna take care of it. Hold on, y'all. I got you. I'm finna edit right quick. Hold on. All right, I got these. All right, so we back on it now. We good now. So now it should come on in better. Y'all should get a lot more people coming on in. All right, so yeah, this is crazy, man. Straight up insanity.
girls did test positive for that drug. Maiden, meanwhile, pleaded not guilty yesterday. He is facing charges including causing another person to ingest a controlled substance. And according to those court documents, he lives in Vancouver and did pay his bail. We'll keep a close eye on this developing case. Mia and Kim, back to you.
Yeah, he paid his bail. He don't need to be out on bail. I'm sorry. He don't need to be out on bail. He doesn't need to be near any kids. The guy is crazy. You purposely got these kids messed up, sir. And that right there is disturbing to me. I mean, what was your intentions? I mean, I seem like to me you were doing a test run, as they call it in the criminal world. You're doing a test run. And when you're doing a test run, that's what they do. That's what all of them do. Yeah, you're right, Anthony. Don't. I mean, he was doing a straight test run. And y'all can say what you want to, do what you please. That man was doing a test run. This man has sat here and thought about this for a long period of time and wanted to use that opportunity. And he saw that opportunity. The thing that messed him up, though, was that one of the girls were not all the way out. And she had the courage to reach out for help. And again, shout out to that young lady, because I'm quite sure she probably felt like, if I don't call for help now, this guy is going to do something to us. And that's probably what he was trying to do. Work the nerve up to do. Because you don't give nobody that type of medication in a smoothie and play like, oh my God, I was just trying to make sure you guys get something to relax. No, player, stop it. Stop the cap. I'm telling you, man, this right here do something to me, boy. It just goes to show you, you can't trust no one. No one at all. All right, guys, we got another story here. Man, I tell you, I hate these stories. I'm not going to look at that one. Let me see. Try to find a recent one. Now, this story is another crazy one. Give me one moment here. We about to talk about this story. All right, y'all. Again, fair use, fair use. Let me go pull this one up. All right, y'all. This is coming out of Texas. Okay, this story comes out of Texas. So again, fair use, fair use. I'm about to put this on the screen so y'all can see what happened, and then I'll give you my 2 cents in between. If you want to look at it unedited, I'll try to put links in the descriptions.
I peeped out of my front door and I saw them all excited and happy, and I went, they must have found her. They must have.
Yes, they did. Tonight, a community relieved after 12-year-old Imani Hughes is found after going missing 8 days ago. She was found earlier today in Columbus, Texas. That's about 70 miles from her home in Missouri City.
We have team coverage tonight. Devon Rahming is in Columbus, where Imani was found, and a man was taken into custody.
Let's start with Katira in Missouri City. Katira Winfrey. Katira, big relief for her family and the rest of the folks there.
Well, Lynn and Mia, it's a celebration because they now know 12-year-old Imani Hughes is alive. And Columbus police say she is in good condition. Now, the family came together outside the family home this afternoon, smiling, hugging, and singing, relieved their worst nightmare did not come true. A reliable source tells KHOU 11 News Imani was found at a Shell gas station near the HEB in Columbus. Surveillance video released earlier this week showed Imani leaving her home in a dark colored truck around 1:40 in the morning back on February 22nd. Initially, police suspected she may have been trafficked. One neighbor says she has been praying for her and says her return is a testimony.
Guys, I gotta say something right quick before the rest of this. Thank God this young lady was found. And I'm not trying to sound racial here, but I'm looking at statistics, especially when it comes to black young girls getting caught up in the trafficking game. They prey on young children that they know that parents may not be real savvy with technology, is not going to check on their habits of who they're talking to and what website they're going on. And these predators, they love it. They really do, because they coerce those children, takes them some time to get the courage to ride with me. Now, what is so disturbing is, as I found out, this man is almost 30 damn years old. He's like 27, 28. So it makes you ask yourself, why in the world your old behind, rusty grown behind, going to do with a 12-year-old? Yeah, I would not be surprised that that young girl was violated during this whole time she was with him those 8 days. And I would not be surprised if this guy got some type of trafficking ring or involved into some kind of trafficking scheme. I'm just saying, I do not condone this type of behavior. And I just hope that this man gets fried to the extended part of the law. He needs to be doing more than making big rocks into little rocks. His behind need to be making boulders into little rocks for the longest of time, because this is disturbing. Yeah, this is disturbing. I mean, you have the gall to go to this young girl's house in the middle of the night and pick her up. Like you're going to see one of your homegirls or something and take her off for 8 days. I'm telling you, man, there is some twisted stuff going on here, bro. You cannot make this up at all. Whew. Wow.
I didn't even ask where I went or anything. As long as they found her, I was just so excited. And I get to sleep tonight without waking up with her on my mind.
Yeah. And the family off camera wanted to thank everyone as the investigation continues. And we now turn to Devon Rahming, who is live in Columbus where Imani was found. Devon.
Yeah, thanks, Katira. Columbus police say they've arrested 27-year-old Satirian Preston. He's being held here at the Colorado County Jail behind me after being arrested this afternoon. Now, here's how police say this all went down. Columbus police say he is from Houston and has been charged with evading after they say officers tried to detain him this afternoon at the Shell gas station here in town. This is cell phone video we obtained from that scene earlier today. Police say they got a call that 12-year-old Imani Hughes might be in the area and was believed to be seen with Preston. Columbus Police Chief Milton Edmonds says Imani was located at the scene and taken to Texas Children's Hospital, where she's said to be in good health. Now, we just learned within the last 15 minutes that the suspect is expected to make his first court appearance tomorrow morning for a bond hearing. And of course, coming up tonight at 10, we're going to have much more on this developing story, including reaction from people in this town who say the suspect is a familiar face. Live in Columbus, Devon Roming, KHOU 11 News.
Such a relief for folks there, Devon. Thank
I just still want to know why in the world this cat wanted to kidnap a 12-year-old. That's all I'm saying, because it makes no sense. It really doesn't. Okay, and if he's one of those, I think that she's the love of my life type of dudes, I know he don't need to be out, because bro, this just make, and then I don't know, man. This story right here is just got me so ooh. And then the little girl, she's taking pictures like they on a run. I don't listen. I think that family needs to really drill to this young girl what could have happened to her behind. This was not a field trip. This was not, no, I like him, he's cute type of deal. You were messing with an adult that could have went left real quick. And I think they need to get this girl some kind of counseling, like real talk, because something ain't right in that household for her to be acting like that. Cause I like, when I was 12 years old, bro, listen, strangers, I was out on that. Nah, if you wasn't my immediate family, I'm not riding nowhere with you. And I sure didn't roll with no dude unless my parents personally knew them and I was personally prepped that this person is taking me from point A to point B. And usually my family was a great judge of character after what happened to me, because they made sure anybody that dealt with me was not on that BS. And right now, I'm telling you, something is not right. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Anthony. A good person can't think like that. They can't. They cannot think like that. This is a person with nefarious intentions, because I'm still trying to figure out, why would you kidnap a 12-year-old girl? Whew. I'm going to try to see if I can find more information, because this little girl, and then I seen the pictures of the little girl, and I know why she acts the way she acts. Hold on for a second, y'all. I got to show y'all this. I mean, I ain't trying to bash nobody's child. I don't want no black females in my inbox talking about, oh, Joel, you are being, once again, you hating on young black women, and you don't love black people. You hate yourself. No, I'm gonna call it like I see it. All right, and I've been doing that since I've been doing this. All right, I'm finna throw this up here for a minute. I'm finna throw one of these pictures that I just found on here. This little girl, y'all. This how it all starts. Those type of pictures. When you start taking pictures like that, and then here's the one while she was in the truck with the dude. Let me go get this. I'm gonna put this on here. All right, y'all. This is a girl in training to go out of control. I'm telling you now. Been there, done that. When girls start acting like that and smiling and cheesing with grown men in their face like that, like it's an adventure, I don't care what anybody say. This is bad. Yeah, this is real bad. This is a problem. It really is. And this family, I'm telling you now, if they don't, they better do something, because this girl will cause a lot of drama. I'm just being real. Give me 1 second here. All right, Am, do what you gotta do, man. All right, we're gonna go ahead on and we're gonna go to the next story again. Again, I am glad that this young lady was found. For all parties involved, I'm glad she was found. All right, so we're gonna move on to the next one. Let's see here. Y'all hit that like button, man. Hit the like button. You know, bless the Cash App. Y'all know what to do, man. Keep supporting the channel. Only place where you're gonna get nothing but real news. Real news, man. So we're gonna talk about another crime out of California. Give me 1 second. Let me pull this up. Man. Give me 1 second here. All right, y'all. I'm finna pause this right quick. This is fair use, fair use. Again, I'm so sorry that it had to be you, California IA, but unfortunately, you got nasty people where you at. Thanks for coming back, my friend. All right, let's jump into this one.
Who live in your community.
You're loved, you're seen.
Who tell your story.
I learn new things.
Local doesn't get any closer than this.
Everybody's enjoying their moment.
Eyewitness news in the community.
That adds years to my life.
Driven by your Southern California Toyota dealers.
Toyota's President's Day deals are too good for just one day. So right now, you can choose from great offers like a low APR or a great lease on a powerful new Tundra. We make it easy. Toyota, let's go places.
27-year-old nurse Jacob Hartman, who you see here, has been arrested for alleged sexual assault of a patient. The incident happened at Kaiser Permanente Hospital in Riverside, where Hartman worked. He was caring for a woman back in January and is accused of sexually assaulting her while she was unconscious. This nurse was arrested on Wednesday but has been released on bail now. Detectives believe there may be more victims. A hospital representative said Hartman is no longer employed at the facility. 27-year-old nurse
Shout out to the facility for handling that violation immediately, because you have a lot of these health facilities. They are so worried about coverage and trying to have people to be staff that they like to wait until there's an investigation has been completed, and then their findings, and then they'll do whatever, or they'll just suspend the guy and put him on administrative leave with pay. You know, I'm glad that they did the right thing and got rid of this, because that is so disgusting. I mean, you are a nurse, man. Your job as a nurse is to make sure that everybody is protected, right? Everybody's protected. But you're not supposed to be one of those guys that go out here and do things like that. And I'm quite sure there's more victims, because this wasn't this man's first rodeo. You don't do nothing like that for the first time. You know, you've been doing this for a minute, because you got very comfortable. See, when people ain't done nothing for the first time, they cautious, they nervous, they walking around, they even go as far as hurry up and quit. But in this case here, this guy was comfortable. Damn, man, like, dude, you're a nurse, bro. Like, I'm still trying to figure out, are you having that hard luck with getting women? I mean, you look like a normal guy. I mean, you tell a woman you're a nurse, I'm quite sure in that California, the land of all this, gone. What they call that joint? Oh God, I don't forgot what they say in the Bible. With Gomorrah, yeah, all that Gomorrah behavior. I'm quite sure you could have found somebody. So yeah, you just a sicko. So I hope they throw away the key on your ass too. I don't want to hear that. Oh, well, he's innocent till proven guilty. They got something on him. You don't get a $55,000 bond and people say we want more information on whoever. And I'm quite sure that his nursing license, I'm quite sure that shit is shit canned in California. But my worry is a guy like that, when things die down, let's just say he might get a slap on the wrist. He could easily go to another state and apply for a nursing license if they don't put it on the database, the National Bad Nurse Database. I would assume. So yeah, man, this is crazy, straight crazy. Oh man, this is crazy. All right, let's see what else we got going on here, y'all. I'm telling you, there's a lot of crime going on, man. A lot of crime going on. Y'all, man, this right here is another sad one. I don't even like. Oh, this is crazy. All right, y'all ready for this? Okay. We about to just lay it out like it is. Guys, we're going into the Pennsylvania. All right, I want y'all to understand where I'm coming from. All right, yeah, and there's not a lot of good things about this, what I'm about to report, because everything I'm seeing is good God Almighty all along. But I want to try to find something where it's not as long. right, so give me 1 second. All right, hold on. I'm going to give y'all the story then because it's not pulling up like I wanted to pull up. So I'm just going to read it to y'all like it is. So give me 1 second. Fair use, fair use. Sorry, there's no video for this one, but the videos I'm finding are so long, it's insane. So I'm going to start y'all out with this, what we about to read, okay? So I want y'all to imagine something. Imagine living in Pennsylvania, right? And y'all know in Pennsylvania that, especially in the northern part of Pennsylvania, it's Amish country. Now, if you don't know anything about the Amish are the type of people that like to do things, as I would say, with the old-fashioned way. They don't do a lot of technology. Now, there is some Amishes that do have technology for what they would call emergency crisis. Those are the ones that have a snowmobile or a four-wheeler or something like that. But what people don't know about the Amish is that they do trust outsiders. So if you're like an outsider that sells a product or do some things, they will deal with you. But in this case, this guy husband had to be the one to find this terrible event. Now, again, I am not a big person on these type of stories, but it just goes to show you, man, that you can't trust nobody. This is what it is. You can't trust nobody. It is what it is. So anyway, we're going to go ahead on and jump into the story. So let's read it to you right quick. Suspect arrested in mysterious murder. Arrested in mysterious deletion of pregnant Amish mom, remote Pennsylvania farmhouse, while two young kids were home. Excuse me, let me rephrase that. He only killed the mom and the unborn. He only deleted the mom and the unborn child. The children were not harmed in this instance, but it's still bad. So let's go into it. So he's a 52-year-old Pennsylvania man who was arrested in the grisly deletion of a pregnant 23-year-old Amish woman, which was late last month in her isolated farmhouse. And y'all see how their houses and stuff are built up. This is how the Amish live. They're a little modern now than what they used to be. Sean Cranston of Corey was arrested in connection with the murder of Rebecca Byler and her unborn child and faces multiple charges, including criminal deletion of an unborn child, burglary, and criminal trespass. Pennsylvania State Police confirmed Saturday. Cranston was arraigned early Saturday morning and is currently being held without bond at the Crawford County Jail. Cranston, who appears to work for a trucking company and has a photo of a rig named the Flying Turd, wrote, "I'm someone's worst nightmare if they mess with me and mine," on his page. Intro. Yeah. Police were called on February 26th after Byler's husband, Andy, and a family friend returned home in rural Sparta Township and found the mother to be unresponsive. The area is about 40 miles from Erie. She was 6 months pregnant and reportedly had fatal wounds. to her head and neck. The Byler's 2 young children were found in a home unarmed. Pennsylvania State Police declined to answer when asked by the Post how Byler had been deleted. But the Daily Mail said that she got hit with the blinky. So the outlet also reported that Byler's home was at the end of a long dirt driveway with a traditional Amish buggy parked near in a building. Local businesswoman Kelsey Bova has set up a GoFundMe for the Byler family. Everyone is stunned. This doesn't happen here. Charlene Hodgick, a pharmacist who was born and raised in Spartanburg. Everyone is talking. It's scary and frustrating. Hodgick said she couldn't believe a deletion would happen in Sparta Township, which she called a tight-knit community. The outside world doesn't get it, Hodgick said. To have something this tragic, it doesn't happen here. And the reason why they say that, because the Amish people are very traditional. Okay? That's something that you got to understand about Amish people. And I learned that from being in the military from people that used to be Amish. They're very disciplined. These people work hard. They have a schedule. They believe in family. They believe that the wife is supposed to be like the old school. Stay at home and make them babies and raise them. You know what I mean? They're about faith, going to church. You know, the men work hard. They don't do that bull work hard. I'm talking about they work hard. Whatever they do, whether it's farming, whether it's a store they got for the community, they are hard workers. And these men work hard until they get old. I'm talking about like when they get hitting 70, they still going almost. You know what I mean? So it's really old school. And that's just how they built. So when they do communicate with the outside world, outside of that circle, they do form relationships because they have to do business with them. Thank you very much, Sergeant Mold, man. Continue. Thank you very much, man. I'm glad you were able to come through too, man. Hopefully you can definitely follow me and everything, my friend. And if you are following me, hey man, keep those notifications up. So yeah. Because Anthony, I have to, because it can mess up me getting monetized. That's why I say deletion. Because on YouTube now, if you say any of these words, they can go as far as take the video down. So, and hit you with strikes and stuff. It's crazy. So we have to now say things in code. You know, I mean, you can still curse or whatever. Yeah, you good. You good, brother. I mean, that's what you just have to do. All right, Sergeant. I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you a lot. But anyway, as I continue, I'm going to find out what they said about old Cranston, what we've learned. Now, Heavy done got the criminal docket. They talking about how they arrested old boy, how old boy right now is not going nowhere. He had a 2012 Jeep Patriot SUV that was being a piece of evidence, key piece of evidence in the case. A red Jeep was seen in the victim's driveway and driving down the road. The Dollar General store in Corey has been shut down and a red Jeep there was the focus of the state police investigators. That was like 9 p.m. on March the 1st. Now, they said that Byler was discovered in this state in the living room of her home. Officers found Miss Byler on her back in the living room. And where they at, they could tell what vehicle it was because they don't see much vehicle traffic. Because over in that area in Spartanburg, Pennsylvania, is mostly just horse and buggy. Yeah, so it's a lot of horse and buggy over there. So let's see here. They talked about what they accused him of. We talked about that. Now they said that this guy done lived in a lot of locations and throughout Pennsylvania. And boy, I tell you, they got all the information on this cat. So yeah, man, this is crazy. And I mean, I don't even know who in the world would do that to a. I mean, this is a wow. I don't know what to say. I'm lost for words because I ain't never thought nobody would do something like that. He's been in Erie, Pennsylvania, Mill Village, Pennsylvania. Sabinzaville and other locations. He was in 2004. He filed for bankruptcy. He had a single family home in Corey, about 46,000 bucks. And they said it's mostly Amish people in Crawford County. And right now, there are more than 380,000 old order Amish people living in over 630 settlements. So yeah, you can go to Amish America, I guess, and find out where all of these people live at. I didn't even know that they had their own Amish America. It's crazy. I'm just trying to see what all they got. So basically, they even got Amish in South America, guys. Wow. Never knew There's Amish in South America. Okay. All right. I learned something new today. And there's one in North Carolina at Union Grove. Yeah, Mississippi. They got one Amish community. I didn't know Mississippi had some Amish. That's crazy. Yeah, Florida got Amish. I don't even know. Okay, I guess they wanted to get some sun. Oh man. But most of them is like in Indiana, Illinois. They got a lot. In Indiana, they got like 300 something settlements. Ohio got like, I know Ohio got a lot, like 434 of them. Pennsylvania got like 401. I know Wisconsin got a big part of them too. They're like 120. So yeah, it's a lot. Texas only got one. Now I know Tennessee got about 17 communities of Amish. That's crazy. Montana only got 5. I thought Montana would have more than that. But oh well. Michigan got some Amish, 86 in Michigan. That's interesting. Kentucky got 62. All right. So yeah, if you want to go to the Amish land, learn their stuff. And let me tell you, those jokers can make some good cabinets too, man. I'm serious. No, them jokers are some skilled builders. Like if you want a good cabinet, you get an Amish person to do you a cabinet. Them boys, woo, boy, oh boy, them boys can throw down. They can throw down on some cabinets, bro. They are beasts. And they is not gonna mess up either. Then they make their cabinets, it is thorough. That's why people like buying stuff like that from the Amish. Yeah, so yeah, Amish is pretty good. But yeah, man, that's crazy. So anyway, I hope that they throw the book at this guy because this is the most disturbing case I ever heard. Because Amish people don't bother nobody. I mean, that's just for real. Amish people just don't really bother anybody. So this is just weird. I mean, I don't know if this guy was trying to I don't know, he could have been on something, possibly, because you just don't go and do something like that. So we're gonna go ahead on here and talk about another incident that has gone on that is crazy. And this is coming out of California. And I'm going to tell y'all like this. This is a Gen Z situation here I'm about to talk about. And this right here just already tells me that, guys, yeah. It already tells me, guys, that our new generation is doomed because emotions are always highs with these guys. Always. I don't know what it is, but they get high and disturbing. So disturbing that they make some very dangerous decisions that really thwart someone's life. And I hate to say it. God almighty. Like I said, I hate doing these stories. All right, y'all. This is fair use, fair use. Okay. So let me go ahead on here and share this story with you guys.
Order food. Keep in touch. You can do your banking too, safely and securely through your smartphone. Stay on the go with free checking with e-statements. SDCCU, it's not big bank banking, it's better.
Well, today, the dentist who was shot and killed at his office in El Cajon was laid to rest. Family and friends gathered for 28-year-old Benjamin Harouni's funeral today. He had recently joined Smile Plus Dentistry and Orthodontics when police say Mohammed Abdul Karim opened fire inside the office Thursday. Harouni was killed. 2 others there injured. The suspect arrested Friday. Tonight, there's going to be a candlelight vigil to honor Harouni. El Cajon police will be there for security. It starts at 7. It's going to take place near Centennial Plaza Park. CBS 8 will be there. We'll have details for you tonight on CBS 8 News Live at 11.
Here's our promise to you.
All right, guys, I'm about to give y'all a little story on this situation. Give me 1 second here. How we wind up with this situation. So I'm going to read what I found out. So this is what happened. A disgruntled former patient, he ran up into the California dentist office Thursday and began firing onto the dentist, deleting him. After legally purchasing the weapon that he used in the deletion of in the shooting 2 weeks ago. Now, the San Diego County Medical Examiner Office said Dr. Benjamin Arel Harouni, 28, sustained an apparent blinky wound, injuries to the torso, and was pronounced deleted at the scene. El Cajon police said the suspect, 29-year-old Mohammed Abdul Karim, fled in a rented U-Haul truck and was later captured. He was armed with a loaded blinky and several loaded blinky magazines that he legally purchased 2 weeks ago. Investigators also revealed that Abdul Karim was a former patient of the dental office, according to the police. While the exact motive behind the shooting remains under investigation, it is believed that Abdul Karim was a disgruntled former customer. So, guys, let me tell you something. They say it's not racially motivated because Harouni was a Jewish man. Another man and woman was wounded as well. And they said that he has been having episodes for months. They said that he's been paranoid for months, so that means he suffered from schizophrenia, possibly. I'm not a doctor. All right, so this is gonna be the last story tonight. So I'm gonna definitely break this down here, bro, and talk about this. Guys, this is why it's important that when you see your loved one going through a mental health crisis, sometimes you may have to go Baker Mac them in. I know it sucks. I know, but you may have to get power of attorney and do that, because a lot of these situations do not turn out good. Now we have a dentist no longer here. He's going to get the maximum allowed. They're not going to give him a slap on the wrist. Now, what's even more disturbing is that they're going to say that we need to have tougher gun laws. You know that's coming. But here's my thing. It's not the gun. It's the person behind it. This man was suffering a mental episode, been doing that for the longest. Family didn't step up to help him because they probably was not pointed to the right resources, or their loved one was so combative they was like, all right, I don't want to put myself in a dangerous situation. Well, if you get like that with your loved one, then something has to be done. But then again, that you can't call the cops no more to help with these situations in these cities like San Diego, Los Angeles, and things like that, because when you do, the first thing they want to do is say, oh no, man, you can't do that, or I can't come around and help you, because the cops are so scared that there's a good chance that they could get hurt. Sad but true. Yeah, there is one more topic, y'all. I'm so sorry. I thought I was done. I just thought about that one topic I told y'all I was gonna tell y'all about. All right, so this was This was 2 weeks ago. Now, I usually don't talk about stuff like this, but I think it's important because a lot of people are still thinking that the police game is all fun and games, and that ever since the summer of love, aka everybody praising Saint Fentanyl Floyd, that the policing in these cities, especially in the inner cities, has gotten better. Well, no, it hasn't. It's gotten worse. So bad because of defunding the police that now the police can't even recruit nobody to be in the police. I want you to see what I just said. Hear what I just said. It's gotten so bad that they cannot recruit. The police themselves cannot recruit nobody to be the police, because people standing there like, hell no, I don't want to be the police. Why would I want to be the police, man? Y'all got too much going on. Sad but true. And can you get mad at them for that? Nah, you can't. You can't get mad at them for that. I mean, for real. For real, for real. Give me 1 second, y'all. I'm trying to answer my son back. My son popped up and texted me. I didn't even know he was going to text me this late. But then I forgot he's on his way to work. So he always try to tell me something. Let me see here. Shout out to my homie. All right. So let me go ahead on here and show y'all what's going on. Again, this is so sad. to hear this is going on. Again, this is fair use, fair use. This is coming out of Austin, Texas. Y'all know what it is, man. Let's
According to the Austin Police Association President Michael Bullock, the previous weekend was a difficult one for the Austin Police Department.
It's been rough.
Bullock says on Saturday, an entire sector of East Austin was left without a single patrol officer assigned 2 hours.
It is not normal for us. Usually about that time, we would have somewhere around, anywhere from 10 to 14 officers that might be available or working that particular time.
From 10 to 14 officers to 0. Bullock says this is having to pull non-patrol officers to make it work.
There was no one on duty except for one unit that we have that's made up of detectives and specialized units that are currently working backfill. And so they're pulling double duty.
On top of that, Thursday also saw the brunt of the staffing crisis when 4 officers were pulled from patrol duty to cover the Austin City Council meeting, leaving just 2 officers to cover the entire downtown area. Bullock says staffing has hit critical numbers, and the department is trying to do as much rearranging as possible to fill the gaps.
Here's the thing, and I agree with you, Taylor. I agree. Yes, Anthony, I know it's crazy, but I'm about to tell you this, guys. We got to look at, they saying they got to rearrange and they got to do this and that to make it work. Well, you can't rearrange. You're now overworking your senior guys, your guys that have done patrol and have hung that up to do bigger and better things. That means being a detective, going out here solving cases. See, now you can't even have a good clearance rate on solving cases because you got your detective squads, your investigative squads doing the job of a junior police officer. You get what I mean? So stuff's going to continue to go lacking. And then what's even more disturbing is you still got people on the city council of Austin that is still not trying to fund the police. But they expect for these police organizations and unions to come up with a plan to recruit. Well, it's hard to recruit someone to do a job like this when they done seen that all they got to do is pull over the wrong person or go up here and shoot at the wrong person. They automatically, or to protect themselves or to protect their partner, they automatically not only going to be on leave without no pay, they possibly going to get charged. And then they're going to go to jail. And then all this other mess. So that's why people don't do it. That's why you never see people do this. That's why you don't never see nobody now interested in being a cop. I remember back in the day, man, people, that's the first thing somebody did when they got out of the military. They was like, yo, man, I'm going to work for my local police department, my local sheriff department. Man, them days stop. People now have seen how police have gotten treated in these liberal cities. They're like, fuck that. I don't love to be a hero that much. Because who wants to work at a job that every day you could be no more? All it takes is one bad stop, one altercation, one moment of trying to save a civilian's life or something, and boom, you on trial. And don't let it be a black man who was combative or a black woman that's combative. Now you're a racist. You know, now you got a problem. I mean, that's what we're living at, man. This is the new hell on earth. There's no authority no more. That's why nobody wants to be a cop.
In 2006, we had 1,466 officers, and right now we have about 1,482. But in 2006, we also had over 250,000 fewer residents living here in Austin. Extremely concerning. We're not showing any signs of immediately improving our staffing situation.
So what is APD doing to fix the issue? Bullock says right now, APD is working on ways to prioritize officers' time by diverting non-emergency calls.
So that way they are available to respond to 911 and emergencies that are actually in progress.
As well as cadet classes, Bullock says the department is around 500 officers short, so bringing in more officers is a top priority. Right now there is a cadet class of 40 in progress and another class with 80 that just started. But he says also investing in current officers. In order to recruit and retain officers, Bullock says the most powerful tool is a long-term contract with the city, something APD hasn't had for almost a year.
Every year since that vote, we have lost more officers than have joined our department, leading up to our most detrimental year of last year, where we lost 161 officers.
Bullock says APA's top priority is figuring out a way to reach that contract.
We have maintained and continue to work towards finding ways that we can address those concerns and come to an agreement on a contract. We want.
I'm about to help you out, brother. As long as you got liberals in the city council that screaming to fund the police and y'all ain't this and y'all are nothing but that and think of y'all as less than, you will never get any agreement on the contract. And the officers you are training in the cadet world, when they do finally get over there to your offices and start the patrolling and things of that nature and start looking at the ins and outs of how messed up the city council is, don't want to extend contracts, they stuck on a payment of not advancing, not getting more pay, not getting no bonuses or nothing, guess what's going to happen? They're going to say, I see you. Have a good life. They're going to move somewhere where they're going to get appreciated. They're going to go to a more conservative area of Texas where the pay is decent, where they are going to get, again, appreciated. Houston and Austin have become shitholes for police officers, because they got all these people coming also too from California and these other woke ass states, Washington and Oregon, because they done best they stayed up being woke. Now they trying to do the same thing to Texas and Florida. That's why Governor Ron DeSantis in Florida has done put this woke act in place to let them know, yeah, you can come here in Florida, you can chill, you can start your business or whatever. Don't you bring that woke shit here. Cause we ain't going, we're not going for it. You gonna get kicked right back out of here. Okay? We ain't got time for it. And they already know it. Oh, I know it is. I know there is. I know it is. All these places I just said, Portland, Seattle, Austin, Texas, Houston. That's what's going on. These liberals have created a land of chaos for them. No accountability. Okay? Think about that. You got people that's coming from a place where they had an app where you can basically find human feces at any moment. An app where it's telling you they spotted human feces in certain corners of the city. You can't make this up. Or you walk by and you see a homeless person just squatting, doing what they do best, releasing. This is what happens in San Francisco. The people see it all the time. It's nothing new. So that's why these people leaving that place and bringing that same craziness here. I wouldn't be surprised Seattle and Portland now probably got a crap app for human feces. God almighty. You know how disturbing that is? That's your intro to anybody that comes to your city. Hey, listen, listen. before we get too involved. Yeah, that's right. Talking shit. Before we get a little bit too involved here, guys, I want to let you know, okay, that there's shit everywhere, okay? So you need to download this app called Shit Locator. Put in your location. Now, are you in freaking Oregon or Austin, Texas? Or are you in Seattle or LA? Oh, you're in DC. Well, you're going to have to get a super shit locator, okay? Now, the super shit locator for DC actually not only tells you where the shit is at, but it also gives you different areas of where you can comfortably take a shit as a homeless person. I'm sorry, y'all. I had to say that shit. Woo! That's where we at, y'all. That's where we at, baby. Oh, shit. Takeashit.com. That's where we at, guys. That's what you're going to have in your liberal cities. Shit apps. It's going to be universal. They're going to be telling you to have toilet paper. Oh, yeah. We have complimentary toilet paper, too. Charmin. Here it goes. Right here is a roll. Walking on shit shells. Yeah. Shitting your way to the top. While in the elevator. Oh, my God. Bro. Oh yeah. When it's time for when they get that diplomat coming in, like somebody like the Israeli guy, and what else is the other guy that's important? Crazy ass the Canadian minister and all them. Oh, all of a sudden the shit app is disabled. They got all the shit up throughout the city. City look clean as hell. They done got the homeless people. They done shoved them way back, damn near in the water. Go hide. I don't want you to. Yes, of course. This is downtown. Now all of a sudden they can actually keep the criminals out for a day. Look at there. I you know what? That's what we did today. Man, these people crazy. But anyway, guys, let me go ahead on here and take this out. I want to say thank y'all once again. For everything that y'all have done. I want to give a shout out to the new people that just started following me or acknowledged that they've been following me. Didn't know. Sergeant Mode, thank you very much for coming through. I really thought Sergeant Mode was a troll for a minute, but I appreciate it. Also, I want to thank Kim, the other guy that was with Kim last night on the page, for following me. And anybody else that is looking me up and following me, guys, I appreciate y'all. This is just helping the channel grow. I'm just trying to be a little more focused on the channel. And it felt good tonight to give y'all a crime series. But jump in the comment section and tell me what you think about latest crime. Please like, share, and subscribe. Y'all know what it is. I'm out.